In Minecraft Survival, there are 79 different mobs. From mobs that are challenged to not accidentally kill, to mobs that are challenged to not get killed by. My goal is to kill all 79 with no armor and no deaths. I chose to work towards killing the 3 most dangerous mobs in Minecraft first. The Ender Dragon, the Wither, and the Warden. To start off, I'm going to do the Ender Dragon. So this is basically a speed run. Before the SMP even started, I found the 2 seeds that were the most likely candidates for the actual seed. Because I have the seed, I can pre-route the entire speed run. The plan is to start at spawn, then travel to the spawn village, make my way over to the stronghold village, trade with a Fletcher for arrows and a bow, dig down all the way to the stronghold, build a nether portal in the stronghold, then traverse the nether all the way to the nether fortress, kill some blazes, travel through a crimson forest all the way to a warped forest, kill some endermen, and then travel all the way back to the original nether portal, place all the eyes into the end portal, then defeat the ender dragon. After a flawless start,
My cat almost puked on the power cord.
we were off. Oh, guys, come on. Do I get iron here? Yeah, I get iron here. Well, this was a short run. That was close. I then made my way over to the stronghold village. I gathered flint for fletching tables to get a stick trade. To get the wood, I borrowed some wood from the villagers, and then trade for a bow and arrows. Okay, 2 stacks of arrows acquired. I should really make furnaces and start smelting. Got bow, 2 stacks of arrows. Am I tryharding this too much? Yes. After the iron smelted, I crafted basic tools. Don't mind me suspiciously mining down towards the stronghold. For those of you wondering how long it takes me to build a portal, well, yeah, here it is. It's not great. Okay, I'm going through the portal. I made a sprint for the nether fortress, which was really helped by the lack of mobs anywhere, because the mob cap was being taken up by everyone being on the server. I have found the fortress. The mob spawning also means the fortress is going to be really easy to traverse, but it's also going to take way longer to get the 6 blaze rods. Okay, I'm going to be on fire for the next 2 decades.
I'm gonna go refill my drink.
Wow, those blazes deal a ton of damage. From then on, I took things a bit more cautiously with the blazes, and I eventually got all 6 I needed. Yeah. Blaze rods acquired? While I was in VC, one of the members of this server, Bean, decided to join my speedrun.
I'm in the nether now, where you have the cords.
Negative 111, 250. You know, this Crimson Forest is actually really quite peaceful when there's 21 people online.
Mm-hmm. I'm fearful that there's not going to be many endermen.
Warp Forest has been entered. I spent the next little bit of time trying to find endermen while leading Bean to my location. You'll see a kind of T-shaped bone thing. Go to the right of that. Okay, so there's just no enderman here. This is a solid 5 minutes of me looking for enderman. Please, Mojang, make a rule to edit the global mob cap. It would be really nice. I then spotted a bastion in the distance and decided to raid it because it was a treasure bastion. To cheese it, I unlocked the third dimension and dug underneath it. But then I had a very good idea. I used F11. You see, using F11 gave me a whole new perspective, and I was able to see a chest I couldn't have seen before.
I'm gonna dig this open hole and do that.
Does anyone want diamond armor? Once I looted the chest, I mined the gold blocks so I could barter with piglins.
Get pigs to come.
Eventually, Bean caught up to me. Do you want some upgraded armor?
That'd be cool. I mean,
Okay. Where are you?
up.
Oh.
You don't have any armor. What? You don't want any armor at all?
Just don't think about it too hard.
The sword has sharpness 5 on it.
Oh.
Or sharpness 4. Nothing.
Due to the Enderman spawn rates, we decided to start bartering. We spent a long time waiting for a piglin to spawn.
We got some piglins up here that I'm going to trade with now.
Oh, there's piglins. Don't mind their quick trading.
Yep, do it.
If you are wondering why I'm breaking this gold block, it's because for some reason on Bedrock Edition, it makes piglins insta-trade. If we both break and place gold blocks, will that make it go twice as fast?
Only one way to find out.
This is some pretty not dream luck.
Not at all. It's a nightmare luck.
Oh, there's some pearls.
A ruined portal that I came across in the Nether.
Oh, loads of pearls.
How many pearls did you end up getting?
8 in total. We spent the next 15 minutes hunting Enderman. Kill him.
Crazy.
And eventually, we had enough to go to the end.
Really?
Wait, you predicted what I was gonna do?
Oh yeah.
Am I really that predictable? Okay, maybe for this, yes. Now that we had everything we needed, we headed back to the spawn portal. Meanwhile, Bean was making pizza or something. I journeyed out to get pumpkins. Along the way, I killed a cow and a pig.
Just leave.
While getting
He
food
is
for
known
the end, I
for-
killed a sheep. After a short break, I got 2 more unpaid interns to join me for the end fight.
Take a year for me to load.
Okay. There could be worse spawns than that.
I'm going
Bean,
first, bro.
you can just bow him.
Yep. Okay.
One down.
Oh, I forgot to ignite that TNT. There's a glitch in Bedrock Edition that if you fire an arrow at the right part of the dragon head, it'll make the dragon take 3 times more damage. A couple hits later, the dragon loses a quarter of its health. We just need to wait for 3 more perches to kill the dragon.
Playing cross-eyed because I forget to climb on.
One more perch and it's gone. I technically wasn't the one that killed the dragon, so I'll need a kill later on. For now, I need an elytra to make the rest of the challenge easier. To find NCs faster, I'll be using chunk base. It's not cheating on the SMP I'm playing. You really think I'd make a video where I show myself cheating? What you're about to witness is the complete loss of mental sanity due to finding an elytra on a multiplayer server. When I arrived at the first city, the entrance had no shulker. This means this is a raided city. The elytra was missing, as expected. The next city was also raided, shown by the lack of entrance shulkers. It didn't come as a surprise to see the next end city raided. The city had no ship, So I went to the other city that was a short distance by, but that one was also raided. I only spent an hour or so gathering resources and eating, and all the cities are already raided. Seriously. I'm going out thousands of blocks. How are they raided? It's only been an hour. I finally found a city that had the shulkers in front. Now that the dragon has been killed and an elytra acquired, it's time to get maxed out tools. I'm sure you've seen this process a bunch. It's just enchanting, build house, XP, and after many hours, I had max tools. Before I continue, I want totems, and since I'll need to kill all the raid mobs, might as well do a raid now. Time for a raid. Why do I feel like this is just a horrible idea? Okay, raid 2, down. This bow makes things way easier. Bow spamming is, a minor cheese to raids. I checked the surface, but I couldn't see any pillagers. This means that there's one spot they must be in. Yep, they're in a cave. After a few more blind shots, the wave was defeated. I think now I'm on to the 4th raid. 0 mobs remaining, and that's my first totem of the server. I finished off the last 2 waves, getting a couple more totems. There we go. I got Hero of the Village. Totally didn't spawn the raid on purpose. Totally being a hero. Once the raid was done, I moved on to killing the warden, supposedly the deadliest mob in the game. I made a setup that allows me to bow spam the warden to death. Once the warden spawned, I got on the fence and bow spammed the warden. Wow, bow spamming is so entertaining. This is the most deadly mob in Minecraft, folks. No, this is not a joke. A warden gang defeated by just simply right click. Oh, and he's dead. Oh, I was not expecting that to come so soon. Yeah, I'm not going to get out because that item's going to continually spawn wardens. Now moving on to a boss that isn't a complete joke. We have the Wither. I need 3 skulls to spawn in the Wither, so I went back to the fortress. I spent an hour to get 3 skulls. The mob cap was still quite bad. Before I fight the Wither, I need potions, specifically Strength, Night Vision, and Turtle Master. Getting the helmets was a nightmare. I waited by the beach for a long time until I got 2 turtles to breed. I did some more waiting with occasional breeding. I had to lead the turtles out of the cage to get them to lay an egg and then put them back. Remember, I need to do this 10 times. Every time the turtle wandered into the water, I would wait for 2 hours for the turtle to learn how to swim upwards. Once I got my turtle eggs, I placed them in a protected area and I waited for more. I waited, and waited, and waited, and waited. No cracks, so I waited, and I waited, when finally there was a crack. These eggs have multiple stages, and I only made it through 1. 3 hours of waiting later, still had nothing. Everyone in chat knew I already lost my mind with these silly turtles. And then, it happened. Just a reminder, I need 13 more. I decided instead of waiting for another 40 hours, I was going to wait for the 5% chance that a turtle spawns as a baby and then grow it up from there. At least I would be able to let my anger out on something. After 30 minutes of baby hunting, I got enough shells. I spent a couple minutes preparing some potions, and I was finally ready to take on the biggest challenge of the video. I went to the bottom of the world to start the fight against the Wither. No turning back. This is where it all goes down. The hardest challenge in Minecraft with no armor. Even harder than the Java Wither. My bow doesn't seem to be doing a ton of damage. There we go. Wither defeated. With no armor. Not even a totem pop. No gapples used. Just straight up potions. I think they made it no longer do wither damage, which that's, in my opinion, very, very weird. But I guess now we move on to the Ender Dragon then. 3, 4. And now we get the dragon. There we go. Ender Dragon defeated. Now that the hardest 3 mobs are dead, I will be moving on to everything else. I then moved on to the Elder Guardian because it's kind of a boss but also kind of a normal entity. And commence some well-needed bow spam. Oh. He's dead. Since the hardest mobs are defeated, the next mobs will be defeated a lot faster. Because you probably won't be worried for my safety if I kill a chicken. Like, what is a chicken really gonna do? Once I was done at spawn, I traveled in the direction of a jungle and savanna to get the unique mobs in those biomes. I somehow found a brown panda. I knew last season someone tried to get one for hours, so I made sure to keep it from despawning. Just a note, some of these clips aren't the first time I killed the mobs. For some reason I didn't record some of them. I then moved on to sniffers. Just the thing is, I forgot where sniffer eggs could be found. I first tried wells, but those didn't work. I then tried ruins, but I couldn't find any ruins. Until I used chunk base. I eventually headed back to spawn to do trial chambers. You see, because of the mob cap, trial chambers were a perfect place to get mob spawns, because I didn't need to rely on the game spawning in the mobs using the normal mob spawning algorithm. In chat, someone announced that they needed their polar bear to die, so I took care of things. While I was at spawn, I got a couple kills from mobs that my guildmate Falcon has. I previously forgot to kill the Guardian when I fought the Elder Guardian. I made my way to the Nether to clear all the Nether mobs off the list. I also forgot to kill a Vex while doing the raid earlier, so I visited an outpost. Finally, after 10 minutes of waiting for pandas to spawn, here we have a baby panda that is unfortunately going to die. Oh, I feel so good about that. Once the raid was defeated again, I moved on to cave mobs. At this point I was going to random biomes in the least organized way possible to kill these mobs. I then had problems with horses and donkeys breeding. Turns out they need to be tamed before they're bred. I yet again forgot some mobs. This time they're in the Nether. I know it may not seem like it, but I do have a proper checklist to stroke off mobs. To get an endermite to spawn, I need to use ender pearls. I got 24 from the Nether, thinking that would be enough. So I went to the end, and after another stackish, I was starting to question if endermites were disabled or something, but eventually I got one. Future Red here, I couldn't find the squid, fish, and bee killing footage, so here's some newer footage of me killing those mobs. Halfway through editing, a new update came out, so the video wouldn't be complete without a dead creaking. Some of you might be saying that players count as a mob. I'm sorry to say that murder is against the rules, and you really think I would kill someone for one of my videos. Well, you're absolutely right. I would. Talking about players that I totally didn't kill, the world that I play on is called GuildRock SMP. It's a group of a bunch of dedicated Minecraft players that all play on the same world together and just do stuff. If you are also a dedicated Minecraft player and you like the idea of playing on a friendly survival world with a bunch of others, then check out the Discord in the description and there's a place where you can apply. It is a relatively hard server to get into, so don't be disappointed if you don't get in.